This is New Indie Central with Will.
Hello and welcome to the New Indie Central podcast, the first episode. Woo! I'm Will. Today I'm joined by my good friend and co-radio presenter, not for much longer, Nicole Gillespie. Hello!
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you? That was some intro, but
Some
it was kind
intro.
of happy. It was happy and then it was sad.
Yeah, it was yay and then it went womp womp.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get started. So some of you might have known New Indie Central was originally a radio show on
Oh,
our college's radio station called City Radio. Wasn't that right, Nicole?
I would say big up City Radio, but
No,
no, we're not.
not for
We're
much
not bigging it
longer.
up. Yeah, because it might be getting destroyed.
Yeah. So this is why I wanted to
Shit.
come on here and bring Nicole on and just give you guys some lore. Isn't that right?
Yeah, we need to let the people know what's happening, what's going on, what is going on in our lives. Like, why are we in this position? Like, what's going on, Will?
Yeah. So let's go on our little time machine back to January of this year.
Oh, back in the
In fact,
day.
no, back to December actually. So we are currently in a NQ radio and television course, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and then people could move into either radio or television, and we picked radio because radio is the best, obviously.
Of course. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
and then so we applied for this back in December. Then in
Yeah.
January, we had conditionals, and the course got cut.
Which, first of all,
It's
on
a
the
bit shit.
college's part, that's awful, isn't it? Like, why would you offer a course, then give people conditionals, get everybody's hopes up, and then cut it? Like, that is cruel.
Yeah, it's not the best.
So we were not happy, were we, Will?
Yeah, and we decided to make a petition.
We did indeed.
Yeah, would you like to explain about the petition, and I'll find out how many signatures it's got as of right now.
Yes, please do. So, me and Will, and we used to be friends with someone else that we did the petition. Well, Will made the actual petition, and it was basically to try and get the radio course brought back. Because it was the last one in Scotland. There's no other ones. So anybody else like us that loves radio, there's nothing out there for them. And we were like, we need to try and fight for this, for us, for like the people like that come after us, like
Yeah, it's all
anybody
about
that loves
like
radio.
we technically, I guess we are the future of radio, and without this, we're
Yeah,
not.
exactly. And like anybody that loves radio like we do, like we want that to be there for them. And there's no options. Like, yeah, there's a one uni course, but you can't just jump from school to uni. Like, yeah,
And
you might
that's
have the
all in Scotland.
qualifications. Yeah, like that's awful. Like the thing is, right, some unis, depending on what qualifications you get at school, you can just go straight to uni. But not everybody gets qualifications at school. It's not always as easy as that. Sometimes college is that stepping stone for folk, and they're just cutting that off completely and saying that radio's a dying industry. Tell that to all the radio stations because it really isn't.
Yeah, so I just had a look at the reinstate the HNC and HND radio courses at the City of Glasgow College petition. That's
Yep.
got over 1,330 supporters, and just
Yeah.
wait for this, 12,454 views,
Wow.
845 petition shares, and 38 promoters, which means people have donated money, which gets the petition promoted.
So how can people say that radio's dying, that no one cares about radio, but we have this backing behind us? Like they've got no legs to stand on. Like it's awful.
Yeah, like, clearly people see like there is an audience for radio.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Radio has been going for so long. Like even before, like obviously me and Will like love like music radios because we're both love our music and we love more entertainment side of it. But even before it was like that, like it was more like like you still get news radio, but a lot of it was to like spread news, and like it was used during the war. It was
Stick
used
on
like
Radio
during
4. Get that
yeah,
on.
and it was. Do you know what? It was even used during the sinking of the Titanic. Like technically, it's not important after that. Like it's important. Like come
That's a
on,
good point. That is a good point.
it is. I literally went to the museum, like the Titanic museum, and I read it, and I was like, see, even the Titanic has our back.
Thank you, Titanic. Um, yeah. So, so fast forward, we got conditionals. Course had been cancelled. We started a petition. It got a lot of support.
Yep.
Then,
Then
so just to explain, so we didn't know what to do next, and we had some pretty shit answers from the college about like what to do next until we got told
yeah,
about 2 month, 1.5, 2 months after, I'd say.
yeah, it was quite a big gap.
Yeah. And we picked to do media because that we got told like there'd be like a podcast and like part of it to replace radio, and
Yeah.
we thought that's all fine and dandy, but um and we'd do that while starting to do shows on the radio station, which I'd say has been going pretty well, hasn't it?
Yeah, and like we've been really enjoying it and like getting practice and
We've loved our
we're
little
getting the
community.
skills. Yeah, our little following, like everybody's been so lovely. But then it got worse, didn't it, Will?
Thank you for the great intro, Nicole. Yeah. So we got told that because because there's not going to be. Are you okay?
It's like we do a radio show together.
No way. Do we? No, it's like we
Sorry.
did a radio show together.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Thanks. Right. So where was I? Yeah. So we've done this radio show and thought, we could just instead of doing a radio course, we could still do the radio show and do the podcasting course. Best of both
We
worlds.
thought wrong. We thought wrong.
Yeah. So we got told that the radio station might not exist anymore because the students pretty much run it, and because there's no course, who's going to run it? Which, I mean, it's a fair decision, but it's a bit crap.
I mean, the thing is, like, if they've not got a course, do you know what's actually so, like, ironic? The
Mhm.
the college have been advertising that they have, like, so many different courses, and they advertise this with a photo of the radio studios, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
the one course you're cutting, and you've got a photo of it. Like, it's just so ironic. But I understand, like, if they've not got a radio course, why keep the radio studios? But let us do a fucking show, man.
Yeah.
Let her go live. Like, it's awful. And like, why did we think that we were still gonna have a like? We were trying to be hopeful in an unhopeful time, you know?
Yeah. I feel like it's just a bit annoying. I mean, no fault
Yeah,
to our like radio lecturers and that. They're amazing. They've helped us so
yeah.
much.
Oh, 100%. Shout out Roddy Campbell. Like, what a legend. I feel sorry
There we
for
go.
him because he has had so much rubbish, like having to deal with all this, and he's had to go on strike and everything to try and fight for like all these things that are going on. And we didn't even know if Roddy was going to have a job or
But we think
anything.
he do.
Like,
We think he does. So that's really good. Love you,
thank,
Roddy.
love you, Roddy.
I can't believe we gave Roddy a shout out on
I,
here. That's
well,
amazing.
we used to give him a shout out back in the day on our radio show, so we've got to bring it forward.
The good old times. Yeah.
Good old days.
So yeah, it's been a whole whirlwind, and I thought that because I can't do the radio show, and I figured that my radio show was like a really good format. It could do anything. I thought, I'll transform it into a podcast, and I've got another rant, by the way.
Okay.
So, Spotify have like a music and talk podcast where you can insert music from Spotify's catalog into your podcast.
Oh, is that what you were talking about?
Yeah. but it's getting shut
I
down
didn't.
next week.
Yeah, but why? Do you know why?
I don't know. Spotify are cutting a bunch of podcast features for some reason, and again, it's not adding to the great timing, is it?
They're just trying to kill us off. They don't want us to succeed well.
No, I don't know how I've pissed off in like Spotify land and Radio land, but I've must have annoyed someone.
I think we've just like annoyed someone in our past life, and they're coming to get us in this life. Like
Oh, damn it! Hate
we're
when that
not
happens.
thriving. Hate when that happens. But what did we do in our past life to deserve this, Will?
Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, it's just awful though. Like it's just been one thing after another, and it's just like we both want our career in radio so badly that we're just trying everything we can to just get there. And I think it's a great idea, Will, that you're with the podcast because it's the way forward. Um, it's a little bit different to radio. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but like you know what you're doing, so it's going to be all right.
I think I know what I'm doing.
You hope so.
Literally, the other day while I was researching like how to do podcasts and stuff, there's like a whole bunch of copyright laws, and it's just it's awful.
See, this is the thing, because like on our radio show that we used to do, we didn't have to worry about copyright laws because um we only uploaded it to Mixcloud where they basically look after all the copyright laws and everything, so we didn't have to stress about that. But
Hmm.
now if we want to do our own thing, we have to consider that. So we can't really do what
As
we
much as
used
we'd
to
want
do.
to. Yeah.
Exactly. But I mean, if any radio stations want to hire us, we'll be up for it.
Um. Yeah. So we just wanted to come on and explain the lore, I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess since you're on New Indie Central, let's get to the music part of the show. What gigs have you been at recently, Nicole?
I went to New Rules on Thursday and it was really good. But like I've seen them a few times. It was the smallest gig that they've done, which I was a
Damn.
little bit concerned because like I've been supporting them for years and I want them to get bigger and everything, but honestly, it was like the smallest gig I'd ever seen, and I was just like, it made me a little bit sad because I was like, I hope they're not going like back the way where they're not getting as many people behind them. But I don't know if it's just because they've switched management and stuff, and I don't think their songs and everything has been getting promoted like it used to.
Hmm.
So I think there's more to it than meets the eye. So, but I'm still supporting them. I'm still turning up, and Daniela was there as well. So Daniela's a girl in our college class. She was there as well. And she did the sport act, which I didn't know the sport act, but yeah. So and there was people that I met like years ago. I've seen them as well. So it was just like a little reunion with everybody, just singing all the songs. But
Cool. Cool.
but there was a song that they used to always sing called Call It, which is like one of their first songs. And they took off the set list. Maybe that's why nobody's turning up, because they're taking the good songs off the set list. Put it
Wow.
back on and the numbers will grow. There you go. That's my announcement. What about you, Will? You went to any gigs?
Not recently, but I did go to Bar Market today to try find a golden label to go to transmit for free, because why pay for a gig when you can go for free?
Now, if anybody knows Will, he
I'm skint.
loves. He
I
is.
thought that's where you were going.
I wasn't, but yes, but Will is always skint and Will loves gigs. So being skint and going to gigs don't work. So Will thought that his little brain, sorry, Will, I love you, but sometimes your brain is a little bit little.
Okay.
Um, he thought that he could
Size
win
doesn't matter, but
these.
okay.
It's the most trivial.
What?
Anyway, we move on. Uh,
R- right. Okay. Continue.
continuing. Um, So Will thought if he went down to the barrows, Barra Market, was it Barra Market?
Bar Market. Yep. Under the barrows, which I didn't know until the first time I went there.
The more you know, eh?
More you know.
But yeah, I'm kind of sad that he didn't win it. Do you know if anybody did win it?
I don't know, and I don't really want to think about that.
Who was hosting the competition? Like, who made the competition?
I think it was like Transmit themselves.
Oh,
Yeah. I'll be there. Don't you worry. I'll find a way.
but you entered another competition, didn't you?
Well, do you know what I was thinking? Remember at the student
What?
elections, how like
Yes.
if you entered, you could try win transmit tickets. What happened to that?
Well, you didn't win them either, did you?
Well, I don't know. Did anybody win them?
Well, they didn't make like an announcement or anything.
No.
I bet Paul Little's kept them to himself.
He'll be barrier on the main stage the whole day, won't he?
He's probably the same height as a barrier.
For context, everyone, Paul Little is the principal of our college. Hi, Paul Little, if you're listening.
Oh, he's a big fan of the
I'm sure the
essential.
management will be listening. So, hello, management. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I heard they're all really big fans of the Indie Central.
Yeah, and I guess that because we are like not affiliated with the college anymore, sort of like this show, we're our own identity. We can do anything.
We can say what they want. What are they going to do? Cut our course? Oh no, they've already done that.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, yeah, we might sometimes use their facilities to do this, but who cares?
Yeah,
That's our cards
that's
getting restricted now, even though they didn't even set it, so we can't get in the studios.
yeah.
We need to get someone to let
That
us in each week. It's quite sad.
it's so sad, isn't it, when you think about it?
Yeah. Like, literally, I feel
Oh,
bad that every time we talk to our lecturer, Marco, and be like, can you let us into the studios, please, to do our show? And he's like, fine. And yeah, it's awful.
oh, he's so done with us. But like,
We
to
love
be fair,
him.
if I was, we love him. But if I was him, I'd feel the exact same. See, if like these two students kept coming up to me, making me walk up the stairs just so they could do a radio show, I would sigh as well.
Yeah. And what was I going to say? Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Damn it.
You went. You didn't tell everybody about your other competition that you entered as well.
What other competition I entered?
Your Swifty competition.
Oh yeah. So on the way back, I was looking at Instagram, and Capital were doing a giveaway in Buchanan Galleries.
Can we
Oh,
have a shout out for Fat, by the way?
oh yeah! Shout out to Fat Bristovsky from Capital Breakfast with Fat Bristovsky and Laura Anderson. What a guy! Just had to say the full show title.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yep.
You executed that well.
I mean, I don't think they need a shout out. I think we need a shout out from them though.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice.
Or Global could give us jobs. That'd be great as well.
Yeah, like
Either or.
if anybody from Global or Capital or listening, me
Or
and
if they're
Will,
thinking about leaving,
yeah, like
replacements.
just let us know because we are all up for any radio shows. We will put in the work. We will do it. We're dedicated, aren't we, Will?
Yeah, we spent like an hour each week planning. We've got well, I've got two shows in like an hour.
Yeah.
That's like 4 hours of radio a week out of my own
Like
time.
yeah, like this is like we don't get anything for that. Like that's just purely just like we want to do that and
Imagine getting
but
paid for a radio show. Ew.
wouldn't be us.
Wouldn't be
But
us.
maybe one day,
One
maybe
day.
one day.
Yeah, that's my dream.
Um,
Getting paid to do something that I love. Wow.
yes,
So inspiring.
this is the aim for us. This is getting really deep. Like we were going on a rant, and now we're like going on about our life.
We've just revealed a bunch of stuff, haven't we?
Yeah, but it's all good in the
Anyway, if you've
hood.
made it this far in the podcast, hello.
Oh,
If
you're
you're
a
still
real one.
listening.
If they've made it this far, they're a real one. Let's be real.
Yeah, and yeah, I've not really got much planned so far, but hopefully it'll be a great podcast. Nicole, what do you think?
Think so, because the thing is, like, the more gigs and stuff you go to, you'll probably talk about that. New music will come out. You'll talk about that. Um,
Artists hopefully want
eh,
to be interviewed. I'll talk about that.
exactly. And any you like a good rant, especially if it's about travel. I think you'll include that. Like, if somebody's annoying you, you'll be like, right, podcast time.
Yeah. But no, podcasts are very exciting. I can do them anywhere. Like right now, I'm doing it from my house, and Nicole's in her. Oh, just hiccuped. And Nicole's in her house.
Yeah,
I
this is the
think.
thing. Yeah, I am. You're correct.
Thank
Well
you.
can't see me right now. We're on a phone call recording this, so Will has no idea where I am.
Yeah,
Even
you could be in a cupboard. Who knows?
yeah, I could be. I don't think I'd fit in a cupboard, but I
Oh,
mean,
that's a bit
we
disappointing.
will. You never know. Nothing is impossible.
Yeah. So, another good thing about the podcast, we can do them from anywhere. So, yeah, I guess this wraps it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge thanks to Nicole Gillespie. Thank you.
Woo. That's all right.
If you've enjoyed the podcast, don't forget to drop a follow. That'd be amazing, and follow the Instagram account as well at New Indie Central Pod. Pod stands for podcast. If you didn't know, did you know?
Oh, did you change the name of it?
Yeah, I had to change it. It's not a radio show anymore. It's a podcast. What's the point of it being New Indie Central Radio when it's a podcast?
I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't know if it was just called New Indie Central.
I mean, it would make sense. Would mean I don't have to change it again.
I think the pod's fine.
Pod, yeah.
I think that works, yeah.
And as always, any radio stations who are listening, we are available.
Hit us up.
Yeah, Nicole, thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you for having me, Will.
No worries. See you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.